Pack 19 starts with stage 61. You get the roof panel with the windscreen frame. You'll also need 4 of the 5 supplied screws, and you're going to need the windscreen itself, which came with stage 60. The next thing to do is to mount the windscreen onto the windscreen frame. You'll see the mounting posts all around the windscreen frame, and the larger posts where the screw holes are, and they go into the 4 corners of the windscreen. So you just lower this down onto the frame and press it into place. Turn the assembly over and then insert the first of the screws into the first position in the corner of the windscreen and tighten it part way. Then the next screw is going to go in this position here, and then the next one here, and then the next one here. When you have the 4 screws half tightened in position, you can then do a final check to make sure that your locating posts on the windscreen are still in the holes, and then tighten up the screws. And with that done, that completes stage 61. You can keep this assembly in the protective packaging that it came in to keep it safe. Stage 62 is the roof lining. So you get the roof lining itself, the periscope window, some screws. You'll also need the rear body support from stage 58, and also the roof assembly as well with the windscreen. Take the roof and windscreen assembly and then just push the periscope window onto the 2 posts on the roof, and just then take the roof liner and lower that down over the periscope window so that the 6 screw holes line up with the holes in the roof assembly, and hold that in place while you insert the first screw. When all 6 screws are in place, you can then give them a final tighten. Take the roof support and fit that over the 2 screw holes in the rear of the roof, like this. And that fits into place with the posts facing upwards and to the rear of the car. And then secure that into place with 2 6mm screws. And that completes stage 62. Keep this assembly safe so that the windscreen doesn't get scratched or these roof liner parts don't get snapped off. Stage 63 is the boot cover lining. You get the boot cover liner itself and the telescopic stay as well, and some various screws. Turn the boot liner over and locate this screw hole here on the side. This is where you're going to be fitting the telescopic stay. So you take the stay, open it up, and you'll see one end is thin and the other end is thick. You're going to be screwing the thin end onto the boot liner with the inside part of the stay facing inward. So just hold the liner in place, and with one of the small screws just tighten that into place. You can tighten it almost all the way, but it still needs to be able to move like this. At this stage you can do a final check on the telescopic stay by pushing it in and out. If it feels too loose, then you can crimp the large part of the stay with some pliers, but wrap the stay with tissue paper first to protect it. Issue 64 will complete pack 19, and this issue is the tail panel. You also get the 2 rear LED lights and the 2 LED stoppers and 19 6mm screws as well. To start with, you need the main assembly. Make sure there's some batteries inserted into the battery compartment and that you have the battery connector plugged into the battery socket on the test board. Take one of the LED lights and plug this into the LED 1 test socket, and your light should turn red. And then you need to do this test for the other light as well. You next need the 2 wheel box assemblies from stages 57 and 59. This is the left wheel box assembly. So take one of the LED lights and then just fit the LED into the center hole of the 3 holes in a row there, and then just push that into place, and then take one of the LED stoppers and fit that into the 2 holes to the side of the LED, and then push that as far as you can into place. It should stay in firmly like this. And this is how your 2 LEDs should look on both wheel boxes when you've got them both in place. Next, take the right wheel box and the tail panel and fit the tail pan into place like this, and then tighten this in with a 6mm screw into the hole in the rear. Next, take the boot liner and fit this post into the hole on the right wheel box like this, and then line up the boot liner edge with the recess in the tail section. While holding that in place, you then need to fit the left wheel box to the tail section as you did with the right wheel box. So just hold that in place. And tighten with another 6mm screw. That completes stage 64 and pack 19. You need to be careful with this assembly and store it somewhere safe, because it's only been held together with just 2 screws at the moment, so it is still fairly flexible.